get the gods, the darts from my generation. I'll take the come on, come on, come on. Let's get it on. Get the loss, the money. We're in this together and do it all. They said that nothing's forever, and they refuse to see the change in me. Why won't they wake up?
What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in the reaction. Today is a early Russell reaction day as well too, as we take a look at some videos inspired by the upcoming Money in Bank pay-per-view as well too, and majority of it being by partsFUNknown as well too. So now we didn't check out. We took a look back at wrestlers reminiscing on their Money in Bank win. We looked at non-ladder match Money in Bank ladder matches at Money in Bank pay-per-view. That was great. We look at top best spots there. But now we're going to take a look at sometimes when Money in Bank goes wrong as well too. A reason I'm watching this because another one's about Cultaholic. If it's kind of, I'm gonna skim through that one. If it's kind of saying I'm gonna not do the Cultaholic one. But yeah, we want to take a look at 10 times WWE got Money in the Bank wrong. Just like with any pay-per-view, with any wrestler, especially with WWE, there's times where they get it wrong. What if it's what happened at Money in the Bank, the results stemming from Money in the Bank, as well too as well as anything else. We could possibly even debate actual other matches in Money in the Bank. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Money in the Bank is the last great stipulation WWE ever made. Seriously, since its inception from a creative jam session between Vince and Chris Jericho in 2005, nothing has even come close to topping the impact and success of Money in the Bank. It's given WWE a new member of the top pay-per-view family. I'd argue that the true top four are Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Money in the Bank in terms of importance. It's given WWE an even more effective version of what the Intercontinental Championship used to do, marked out an up-and-coming mid-carder and mentally prepared the audience for their ascendancy into the World Championship scene. Also, who doesn't like a nice surprise cash-in, but a surprise that's been well seeded with the audience in advance? It's great. Does that mean WWE haven't managed to repeatedly screw it up? Absolutely not. I'm Adam, hailing from partsFUNknown. Here at 10 times WWE got Money in the Bank wrong. Quick point of order, this list won't cover wrestlers who cashed in then went on to have terrible title reigns like Jack Swagger, Big E, Del Rio, none of that. This is only specific mistakes WWE made in either picking the...
And speaking with the fact that you said that he said that that's going to that's the next video I'm gonna react to.
Case holder, how they cashed it in, or how they treat the person wielding it while they had it. And to that point, number 10, win case, lose everything. I've never understood why WWE did this, but they've done it over and over again with the person winning the Money in the Bank, that the moment the normally heel wrestler wins it, they go on an intense losing streak. Ziggler, Sandow, Corbin, Miz, Theory. Like, I'm not dumb. I do understand the vague logic of if they lose all the time, it'll be even more surprising when they cash in and win the championship.
Yeah, funny thing about it, he said that it took me back when they talking about Zaw Ziggler. It took it back to when this is a funny thing. He's on my screen when Miz was a face, and this was the toast that you're the biggest loser. Only great holler you had was you winning Money in the Bank. Exactly. And it's facts though. Like that talk was really a prime example. The first time he won Money in the Bank around time, he was getting his ass beat majority of the time before he cashed it in. I don't know if it was the first time when he cashed it in, when he was with Vicky the one time, or I think it was one with Vicky because I think there was a different time when he was with AJ and Big E. But yeah, all he did was losing.
Ass backwards in terms of what the case should be doing, conditioning the audience to slowly accept the wrestler as a top guy. Instead, what tends to happen is that the wrestler ends up looking like a jobber for ages, so now you have a jobber holding the World Championship, and suddenly it doesn't make sense to book them strong, so they end up having a really poorly booked reign, if they even get a reign at all. Number 9, the tragic case of Mr. Kennedy. Man, he might still be the unluckiest dude in WWE history. Multiple times, Mr. Kennedy.
I think he was the first one who did it unsuccessfully Definitely.
He was earmarked for success during his WWE run. He was going to be Vince's love child, and to be honest, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, but he probably have got a good payday out of it. Even worse was the fact that Mr. Kennedy won Money in the Bank in 2007, but went down with an injury. Now, at first, doctors thought his triceps muscle had been torn off the bone. In that case, he would be out for half a year. So they scrambled, had Edge beat Kennedy for the case, and cash in on Taker, who also needed time off. However, this turned out to be a terrible mistake. Not really WWE's fault, but a mistake nonetheless, because Mr. Kennedy had in fact not torn his triceps, but only suffered a hematoma, which only put him on the shelf for 6 weeks instead of 6 months. But by then, Edge was already champion, a heartbreaking error that Kennedy never fully recovered from. Number 8, the Brock Party. It's nice when Brock Lesnar has fun, but I just don't think someone...
This is like one of these times I'm with Dub. More time was with Dub when it was Hillbrock, but it's definitely one of the times I was with Dub on this one. This was bullshit. That was bullshit. If that did not show you that they didn't give nobody shit by nobody else but Brock at that time, that was a prime example as well too. You had all these good potentials to be the next. To be the next one, to be a good Money in the Bank title briefcase holder. Damn near everybody, even bum ass Corbin. But you let and the one highlight of it was Mustafa Ali, who had that great chance, and you let Brock get it just cause of business. You just from money and business. That was ridiculous right there, man. But let's keep going.
Someone who's not in a match should be able to win a match. I know, call me crazy. Obviously, I like board games, so I'm a little more of a rules lawyer than most, but I feel like this is a pretty big one. WWE disagree. How's that to 8 trophy doing Mr. Undertaker's keepers? It's just one of those things that really grinds my gears.
Because the aggro crab rock trophy that Undertaker won from Nickeling Guts.
The more you enforce rules, the clearer a story you can tell within those rules. Lesnar just ambling into a match at the last minute to win the whole thing. See also Royal Rumble 2022. Wasn't that also scrumptious? It just opens up a can of worms for the future. Could I jump over the guardrail, climb up and steal the case myself? I mean, why would I? I already have a briefcase that I will never lose. Number 7, the tragic case of Braun Strowman. What the f*** happened? What the f***? When the main event of SummerSlam 2018 rolled around, we all thought that WWE had absolutely smashed it. Braun comes out to a huge ovation. That's how over this lad used to be. Go back and listen to that pop. He gave Brock a fun new nickname in Beastie Boy, then announced that whoever won this match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, Braun was next. Amazing. Now the whole match, everyone's looking forward to the cash-in, making the whole fact that this was Reigns-Lesnar 4 a bit more palatable. Instead, WWE went the most confusing and least satisfying route possible, having Lesnar humiliate Braun on the outside, chuck his case away, and then Brock got pinned, only for everyone watching to be like, so is Strowman... Is the show over? Why are they showing the logo? Roman would vacate the title in a few months anyway due to ill health. Not that WWE was supposed to know that, of course, but if ever it was Strowman's time, this was the time. Number 6, John Cena has no business here. In 2012, they held the WWE.
This why I ain't gonna be mad at this because I'm more anything Babyface Cena do. I'll let it slide.
Championship briefcase ladder match, main eventing the show over Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, which is some bullshit. And it also saw the briefcase be won by John Cena, which is some weapons grade bullshit. Why? Because it's John Cena. He's never and will never need a briefcase to earn himself a title shot. He could literally come down to the ring anytime he liked and challenge CM Punk to a title match. You know how I know that? Because that's literally what he spent the next few months of 2012 doing. Cena cashed in at Raw 1000 but failed due to Big Show shenanigans, the worst and slowest type of shenanigans, then immediately got a rematch at SummerSlam and Night of Champions and Survivor Series. So, I mean, yeah, good job of mid-card. Didn't win the case, I suppose. That would have been a total waste of f***ing time. Grumble, grumble. Number 5, the tragic case of Damien Sandow. And speaking of John Cena, poor Damien Sandow, they raised our hopes and dashed them quite expertly, sir. For a lot of 2012 and 2013, Damien Sandow was one of the best characters they had on SmackDown. Strong gimmick, cut great promos, had an ace tag run with Cody Rhodes. When he won the case in 2013, people were excited to see his World Heavyweight title run, and even more so when he debuted a leather version of the case, the best custom briefcase of all time, and it's not even close. However, little did we know that the big gold belt wasn't long for this world. The plans were afoot to unify it with the WWE title, and alas, they'd already done the whole losing streak thing with Sandow, Sandow, so he probably wasn't the guy to have that match with Orton. This is why you don't do that booking strategy, by the way, lads. Sandow cashed in on Cena, an injured Cena no less, and still couldn't get the job done. A loss that broke his mind and sent him on a spree of dressing up as various characters every week. It's a dark timeline. And number 4, it's Corbin time. Now look, yes, on one hand, I'm as unenthused about Baron Corbin world title run as the rest of you.
Phil Cash I love here.
The WWE title was
Even
on
though
Jinder
it
Mahal.
was against the heel champion and champion, I still don't get why he even had to run in the first place. But that's another story. Well, I'll go back. Even I don't still don't get how he ever run in the first place. But yeah.
The rest of you. However, on the other hand, the WWE title was on Jinder Mahal at the time, and it may be faint praise, but Corbs was a damn sight better in the ring than Jinder was. Unbelievably, it would have been a step up. Also, if the backstage tales were to be believed, the reason Baron lost his case was some bollocks. A very public punishment for speaking up and publicly undermining a doctor who was downplaying the effect of concussions in the NFL during a meeting. This led to a ton of heat on Baron, coupled with John Cena allegedly advising creative that Corbin wasn't ready, leading to what's now only the second most embarrassing cash-in attempt of all time, cashing in and instantly getting rolled up by Jinder Mahal of all people. Help no one that. Jesus wept. Number 3, just about everything about 2020. The pandemic did a lot of very strange things to WWE. I mean,
now I know what's about to be next. How fucked up they did. They did Otis so dirty, man. I swear they did Otis so dirty.
They pushed Bayley, which would never have happened in real life. Truly a bizarre dimension. And speaking of bizarre, how about that goddamn Money in the Bank short film they shot around Titan Towers, eh? On one hand, I do sort of get it, go big or go home, and it was the time for experimentation. On the other hand, Baron Corbin killed Rey Mysterio by throwing him off a roof, and also Baron Corbin killed Aleister Black by throwing him off a roof, and also Aleister Black got into a food fight, and also the briefcase for the women actually had the women's title inside because of pregnancy, and also Doink, and also Otis won the case and turned it into a lunchbox, and also then The Miz won it and cashed in specifically to lose about 8 days later.
Yeah.
And I'm all for creativity, but that's some clown-ass nonsense, and Doink was the least clown-ass nonsense about it. Number 2, women have zero patience. 5 years in a row, though.
True.
5.
That I just thought about that. That is true. I think out of all the cashes, the majority of women cashing in like either like the same night or not like a date or the same the first Raw SmackDown at 30.
So much more than 2 years, or 3, or 1. 5 years in a row, the women's Money in the Bank briefcase winner cashed it in within 24 hours. Alexa Bliss did it first in 2018, cashing in about an hour later. Bayley did the exact same thing in 2019. In 2020, Asuka's case was turned into the championship on the next Raw. In 2021, Nikki ASH cashed in on the next Raw. Liv Morgan cashed in an hour later in 2022. Why is every year the fucking same? Why? How did WWE not get that doing the same thing every single year isn't fun? That the longer someone has the case, the more it can work for them with clever booking, that it's painfully obvious that they wish they didn't have to do a women's briefcase every year but are locked into it now, so they just piss it off the very first chance they get. Right. I just think that maybe the women's winner deserves a little more than no plan. Although at least last year Liv Morgan did better than number 1, Austin Theory is history's least ambitious man. The most embarrassing cash-in of all time. The poor lad. Guessing that Daddy Trips didn't quite see the exact same thing in Austin Theory that Vince did. Now, to be fair, Theory's done it.
I don't care what they said. This was just some beautiful shit that happened that he fooled his cash in and all the bullshit.
Okay, he went over Cena at Mania, and that goes a long way, even if the match was a bit of a snooze. But oh man, there was a road back from this. So Theory won the briefcase, being inserted into the match last minute, went on a comedy run of losing and also attempting a cash-in but being thwarted, which kinda made sense. No one really thought Austin Theory was beating Roman, so then they pivoted in an insane way. Decided to have Theory cash in on a mid-card title, cash in on the US title, and lose! If he was going to lose his cash in, why not do it against Roman? If he'd got the US title, fine, I guess something smart, something different, but he lost, so he looked like an idiot. And if he's gonna look like an idiot, why not an idiot who wants to be, I don't know, world champion? And then Theory won the title a few weeks later and has held it ever since, so what? I don't know. Good luck whoever wins it this year. I suppose. And that's our list. What do you...
There you go. Oh God, we'll put...
you think's the biggest mistake WWE have...
Yeah. Yeah, that was the final ones are the ones that except for one of the final ones I enjoyed because I'm glad they lost the cases, but still, what was the Sandow, Corbin, and Austin 30. But other than that, this was some good list for to say that when W got it wrong. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.